It's day 26 of my 30-day Disney challenge, and today the topic is the saddest death in a Disney movie, in my opinion. Okay, so if you've been watching this series from the beginning, you probably already know the answer to this one, and I'm not just going to give you the saddest, I'm also going to give you a couple honorable mentions because, I mean, there are a few. Let's see, going back to my earliest childhood, there was one Disney death that always hit me hard, and I talked about this when I talked about my first ever Disney movie that I ever saw. And that's Bambi's mom, which, you know, you'd think it's still sad. I mean, I'm at the point where, I hunt, so you would think that seeing a deer die or, get shot, well, actually, you don't actually see it happen, you just know it's happening, and it's still, it's still sad. I mean, it's not the saddest to me anymore because, I mean, I saw other movies, and like I said, I grew up in a household that hunts, and I hunt myself, so shooting deer is something that I do. But, nevertheless, Bambi's mother's death always impacted me because, like I said, I used to watch Bambi when I was a little kid. That used to be all I watched. Another honorable mention for saddest death is in Up. Ellie. Like I said, the first 10 minutes of that movie, put you through every emotion that you could ever, have. And, ultimately it ends in her death, and so the emotion that you're ultimately left feeling is, sadness. And I mean, of course, the rest of the movie makes up for it. You're not sad for long, but it still hits you hard, and you feel for a character that you don't really get to, you don't really get to experience a lot of. Like I said, she's gone in the first 10 minutes of the movie, but it's still a sad, character death. But if I have to pick one, it's obviously Mufasa. I mean, I've spoken before about how, Lion King has always been one of the, it is my favorite Disney movie, and like I said, Mufasa's death is always one that, it always, hits you hard, especially the first time you see it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but first time I saw Mufasa die, I cried. I mean, it's a character that you come to, trying to think of the word. I mean, like I said, you empathize with Simba. So when you relate to Simba, so when his father dies, you see his emotion on the screen, and you empathize with that character. You feel a bit of that sadness that character feels. At least that's the way it is with me. But as I said, I mean, I guarantee you, if anybody would do this list and list their top 10, the saddest character deaths in Disney, I guarantee Mufasa is on that list at some point. It might not be their number one, but like I said, it's going that list at some point. But for me, it is number one. So yeah, saddest character death in a Disney movie, in my opinion, is Mufasa. So that's all for today. Let's see, today is day 26. Wow, there's only four more days left. Damn. Anyway, day 27 is my favorite quote from a Disney movie. So yeah, I'll see you then.